Are there limits to the kinds of experiences one can have in virtual reality?
Personally, I always think that VR is not something I want to say spend more than an hour on a daily basis in VR. I don't think my eyes can handle that. I just feel completely dizzy and everything. For me, VR has always been something that will be a necessary tool. So if, because my motivation for going into VR was psychotherapy. So I feel that if I have some mental issues or some disabilities, VR will be a really useful tool that can help me to rehabilitate and just, like a therapy tool basically for me. So I think VR will be an essential part for those people who really need it, who without VR, their life is completely different, but with VR, they can enjoy their life as much as everybody else. I don't know about the sort of entertainment industry for VR. For me, I think I would be really reluctant to say watch a 2 hours movie in an HMD device because I just think I'll get a big headache afterwards. And also I think another restriction is in terms of if you want to make VR a consumer device and everybody can use it in their own living rooms, and how does that actually work with the virtual environment you want to create in a creative way that does not have any boundaries? How do you kind of solve this problem? There are lots of virtual navigation methods you can use, but then there's nausea that most of methods will cause. So yeah, I think that will be a big challenge.
And there are technological limitations, so we expect sort of VR hardware to improve quite a lot, but still our ability to represent visual information and auditory information, is much more than our ability to sort of represent touch.
Exactly.
And so, even though there will probably be haptic devices in the near future, their sort of detail and sensitivity is going to be nothing like touch in the real world. So it's going to be a little bit, that tactile experience is going to be missing. And I won't even talk about smell and taste and other senses.
So I think one thing Professor Miles later said is that it will be really hard to have a generalized haptic feedback device. So we can have devices that does one type of haptic feedback in particular and give you really accurate feedback, but it will be really difficult to have one device that does everything to a great extent.
For example, pen-like devices are common for, so you can feel a pen or it could be a surgeon's scalpel, but that's only for one thing.
The same device won't give you the feeling of someone pushes you on the shoulder or anything like that.